Young man, stop for a moment. Take a deep breath. Think back to the last time you were caught in a storm of confusion, wondering if that woman truly wanted you, or if you were just another distraction in her day. Maybe you replayed every word, every glance, every gesture, desperately searching for clues she might have left behind. That constant questioning is exhausting. It drains your energy. Worse, it chips away at your confidence, leaving you unsure of yourself. But here's the truth. Women are not as mysterious as the world wants you to believe. When a woman truly desires you, when she wants to give herself to you, she will not keep you lost in the dark. She will not leave you endlessly guessing. Her desire speaks, and it speaks in ways that are intentional, consistent, and undeniable. The problem is not that women hide everything. The problem is that too many men are asleep to the signals. Too many men drown in self-doubt, assume she's just being nice, and let opportunity for real connection slip away. But today, I'm here to open your eyes. By the end of this, you will not only know the signs to look for, you will know how to stand in your truth as a man who is confident, desired, and unforgettable. One of the biggest lies men are fed is that women are impossible to understand, that their signals are always mixed, that you need to be some kind of mind reader to know if she wants you. That is false. A woman who desires you will always express it. Not necessarily in words, but in unmistakable behavior. Attraction is not silent. It is not a whisper in the dark. Attraction wants to be seen, to be felt, to be acknowledged. When a woman is drawn to a man, her instincts betray her. Her body softens, her eyes linger, her voice shifts. She creates space for him to step closer into her world. She gives signals, and she gives them intentionally. The only question is, are you awake enough to notice? Time is the most valuable resource any of us has. We spend it only on what matters, on who we value, on what makes us feel alive. A woman who has no interest in you does not care how you spend your hours. She won't ask when you're free. She won't look for moments to share. But a woman who desires you will always find a way to ask about your time. She might say, "What are you doing later?" Or, "When are you free?" These are not casual questions. They are invitations. She's not filling silence. She's opening a door for you to step through. Here's the mistake many men make. They shrug off those questions, treating them as small talk. They answer casually, or worse, they miss the signal completely. But a man who is awake recognizes what's really being said. I want to be included in your world. I want to share space with you. I want to know if I matter enough for you to make time for me. And this is where you must rise as a high-value man. Don't respond with desperation. Don't drop everything to prove yourself. Instead, recognize the invitation, appreciate it, and then create space for her on your terms. That balance, that steady masculine presence, is what transforms her curiosity into deeper desire. Remember, when she asks about your time, she's not just making conversation. She's expressing intimacy. She's saying, "I want you. Pay attention." This one is subtle but powerful. When a woman desires you, she doesn't just think about being with you. She thinks about how you feel. She will ask if you're tired. She will check if you've eaten. She will text to see if you got home safely. At first glance, you might mistake this for politeness. But women don't extend that kind of care to men they don't want. Comfort is intimacy. When she's checking on your well-being, she's doing more than being kind. She's telling you, your state matters to me. I'm invested in you. Men often ignore this signal because they've been conditioned to believe desire must be obvious or extreme. But real desire often reveals itself in these nurturing, gentle moments. A woman who doesn't care won't ask if you're okay. She won't remember that you skipped lunch. She won't notice when you're running on empty. Why does this matter? Because by showing concern for your comfort, she's preparing the ground for intimacy. No woman wants to give herself to a man who is drained, distracted, or disconnected. She is essentially saying, "I want you, and I want you at your best." High-value men don't dismiss this care as ordinary. They recognize it as a sign of deeper interest. So the next time she asks, "Did you eat?" or "Are you all right?" don't brush it off. See it for what it is, a green light. Her way of saying, "I want you close." Here's where most men fail. They focus only on physical signals, body language, touches, flirtation, while completely overlooking the emotional ones. Yet emotional signals are often stronger, more telling, and more lasting. A woman who truly desires you will not stay on the surface. She won't just laugh at your jokes or banter casually. She will want to know you. She will ask about your thoughts, your dreams, your struggles, your victories. She will listen intently. She will remember the details you told her days ago. That's not small talk. That's intimacy in motion. She is saying, I want to connect with you beyond the surface. I want to step into your world. And here's the truth for women, the body often follows the heart. Once she feels safe with you emotionally, she naturally opens up physically. Emotional intimacy is the doorway to lasting desire. Too many men miss it because they're too busy looking for obvious signs of attraction, ignoring the deeper ones that truly matter. So pay attention when she invests in your story, when she leans in and asks questions that matter. Don't dismiss it. Don't overlook it. That is her way of choosing you. Now, here's the trap many men fall into. They confuse noise for signals. The world is full of noise, casual smiles, polite conversations, empty gestures. These mean nothing. They're social, not personal. And yet, so many men waste their energy chasing women who give them only noise. They mistake friendliness for attraction, politeness for desire, attention for intimacy. That's why they end up drained, rejected, and frustrated, because they invested in illusions. But high-value men don't chase noise. They recognize signals. They see the difference between empty chatter and intentional effort. They lock in on the consistent, deliberate cues that reveal genuine desire, her asking about your time, her concern for your comfort, her hunger to know your inner world. Those are signals, and signals are clarity. Here's the truth. The difference between the man who constantly feels rejected and the man who consistently attracts women he desires is not luck, not looks, not money. It's awareness. Most men operate from neediness. They chase, they beg, they overextend themselves, hoping she'll finally see their worth. But neediness kills attraction. It suffocates desire. No woman wants to feel like she's your only lifeline. What draws a woman in is a man who is awake, aware, and confident enough to recognize her signals without collapsing into desperation. He notices her invitations, her care, her interest, but he stays rooted in his own life, his own purpose, his own value. That's masculine power. When you are aware, you no longer ask, does she like me? Instead, you see it, you feel it, you move with certainty. That awareness gives you clarity, and clarity makes you irresistible. Women are naturally drawn to men who can stand in their own power. The man who doesn't panic when he feels desire being offered, but embraces it calmly. The man who doesn't need her to validate him because he already knows his worth. That man is rare. That man is unforgettable. And that man is who you must become. Your power does not lie in chasing. It does not lie in proving yourself. It does not lie in begging. Your power lies in awareness. Awareness of her signals, awareness of your worth, awareness of the fact that desire is never truly hidden. Neediness blinds you. Awareness frees you. And a free man, a man who sees clearly, who moves with confidence, who carries himself with purpose, is always attractive. So, young man, the next time you find yourself lost in doubt, remember this: women are not as confusing as you think. If she